If you're a SINK woman over 40 in the UK, what happens in the Strait of Hormuz is going straight to your pocket. Welcome to SINK Wealth, where we discuss financial independence for women navigating life on a single income with no kids. We are still seeing headlines focusing on the carrier strike groups and the blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. The real impact is hitting closer to home, and if you are a SINK woman over 40 in the UK, what is happening 3,500 miles away in the Persian Gulf is about to dictate the strength of your single income safety net. In 2026, the world is facing the greatest energy security challenge in history. Oil has already surged past $100 a barrel, and the UK inflation forecast has just been revised upward to 4%. Today we're looking at the Iran-US standoff through the lens of SINK Wealth. Why does this blockade matter to your ISA, your SIPP, and your grocery bill? And more importantly, how do we war-proof your solo finances? The Strait of Hormuz is the world's most critical choke point. Since the 12-day war began in February, Iran has effectively weaponized the 21-mile Strait of water. 20% of the global oil and 25% of liquid natural gas passes through here. Following the US-led strikes in February and the subsequent counter-blockade announced just 2 days ago on April the 13th, shipping lanes are paralyzed. For you, the SINK earner, this isn't just a military story, it's a supply chain story. Everything you buy, from fuel in your car to the imported goods in your kitchen, is now tethered to a high-tension military standoff. Why is this harder for us? In a double-income, no kids or DINK household, the shock of 10% hikes in energy bills is shared. For a SINK, you have to bear 100% of the solo tax. Since March the 4th closure of the Strait, UK wholesale gas prices have risen by 75%. Now, the Office of Budget Responsibility warns that the energy spike will add at least 1% to UK inflation by the end of the year. If you're over 40, your peak earning years are being met with peak living costs. This is where your financial planning moves from optional to survival. Geopolitical instability drives a flight to quality. In April 2026, we're seeing the US dollar strengthen as a safe haven. But what about your UK investments? With the IMF warning of a global recession, having a 12-month cash buffer isn't just being cautious, it's a strategic moat. UK government bond yields are rising due to inflation fears, and for a SINK over 40, this might be a window to lock in high fixed returns, but watch the inflation linkers. While we hate the high prices at the pump, having exposure to the global energy sector in your stocks and shares ISA can act as a natural hedge. When the world hurts at the pump, your portfolio should be positioned to capture the upside of those rising commodities. In 2026, the IMF downgraded the UK's growth to just 0.8%. This is the time to tighten the solar infrastructure. With Ofgem price caps expected to surge by 10% in July, look at your home efficiency now. 11% of UK households are already cancelling travel plans due to the jet fuel spikes. As a SINK, consider whether local luxury stays in the UK until the Hormuz ceasefire stabilizes are the best way to protect your finances. If you have a mortgage renewal coming up in late 2026, the Bank of England is unlikely to cut rates while Hormuz is blockaded, so you need to factor in the higher for longer forecast when you are budgeting. The standoff in the Strait of Hormuz is a reminder that in the solo economy, your greatest asset is your financial literacy. You cannot control the IRGC or the US Navy, but you can control your burn rate and your asset allocation. So let us know, are you adjusting your budget for the Hormuz hike, or are you staying the course with your long-term investments? Drop your strategy in the comments down below, and let's navigate 2026 crises as a community. So please don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on building sync wealth in an unstable world, and I'll see you in the next video.